Well, there are plenty looking forward to seeing this, a capacity crowd here.
Well, the atmosphere, Peter, certainly doesn't feel like a friendly. We all know about the quality we have on show here, so I hope that the crowd demand as much as they can get, and I hope the players will oblige on that.
Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Well, Peter, Erling Haaland is very much the player in all of football in so many ways. His development really owes to the fact that he made all the best choices. The clubs, the coaches, everything has been meticulously planned, and an awful lot of that would be attributed to his dad's experience.
Hard to disagree with that. It is the sort of situation he thrives in. Semenyo. Searching pass he's played there. Defending of the desperate variety. The ball is loose and the chase is on. Cherki. O'Reilly. Rodri. João Pedro, Cucurella, Colwill, Cucurella, Colwill, Caicedo. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Matheus Nunes. And here's Doku. Pedro Neto, absolutely focused then on the defensive side of his game.
He's dealt with that very well, Peter. It's a real show of discipline.
Foot in. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. Ruben Dias getting this one clear. That is a brilliant interception. O'Reilly. Bernardo Silva shifted upfield. That looks a good ball through. Chalobah. Moved on forwards. James. He's having a look round. Oh, he's caught him in or out. And the referee has given a free kick just outside the box. Now, the ref's been lenient here. I doubt he'll get too many more chances. Fernandes herring after the ball here. Oh, that's well done, really robust. Matheus Nunes. Rodri. And it's played forward. And that could set him on his way. Pedro Neto. It's anyone's ball now. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Turns and goes back. Doku.
O'Reilly.
O'Reilly, gently done. Doku. Rodri. Doku. Rodri. Palmer has given away a free kick. Now this could be a chance. Can he finish?
Palmer. Cucurella. Colwill.
Played back to the goalkeeper.
Chalobah. Colwill.
Colwill forwards and with intent. Colwill, and the keeper's got it again.
Chalobah. Caicedo.
Oh, delicate chip through. Chance, surely! They've scored! How very smart. He just got it right.
Yeah, keeping calm and taking a touch like that when it's all going on around you isn't always that easy, but he made it look like a double. Finishing it off was quite simple after that.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated.
Caicedo.
João Pedro. Now then, the ball's come loose.
Caicedo. Cucurella.
Pedro Neto. Great defending, strong. Can he finish?
I think that's great defending. He just made sure he was in the right place to block.
Little doubt, that is a foul. Well, it's not taken him long, and that's going to be a booking. And it's Nunez. Now it's Doku. And a chance! Cucurella is there, and he can get that clear.
Yehi.
Calmly anticipates.
O'Reilly. Palmer. Caicedo.
That's really well manoeuvred. Has a quick glance. Caicedo. Takes the shot! And the ball's come loose here. Cleared without complication.
Clearly not happy with that. Colwill.
So just the one early goal to report so far. 1-0 the score. Palmer with the challenge, and he has given away a free kick. And back to the goalkeeper. Keeper's got good distance on that. João Pedro. He could be in here. Out towards the flank.
Fernandes.
Forward tracking back like that, always appreciated by the crowd.
Yeah, listen, we often get critical of a forward's tackle, but that was squeaky clean.
And here's Palmer. The referee's awarded a free kick.
It was a sterling effort, and at least he kept it on target. It was worth a go.
Haaland played out towards the right wing. Cherki. Rodri.
O'Reilly.
Now who's going to be first to this? Yeah, he's fouled him there. And he thumps it clear.
Cherki. Matheus Nunes.
Good defending, albeit from an unexpected source.
Well, it's not a surprise to see that these days, all part of a forward's duties.
James looking for a runner. He's had a shot! Oh, surely that deserved better.
Palmer? Oh, the pass was sublime. The finish was substandard. What a disappointment.
Sanchez, long ball by the goalkeeper. And it's Nunez. Oh, that's really good play on the right, he's driving forward. João Pedro short changes him with that pass. Doku. And for a moment, time stood still.
Fernandes.
James, and it's gone back to the keeper. Bernardo Silva.
Gehi.
Rodri. Now that's well seen too. And the counter is on.
And it's James.
He has found the way through. He's in a good position. Big chance! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Ruben Dias. He's in plenty of space here. Doku. There are a few waiting for it. Foul right on the edge of the box. It could go either way here. The referee's decided that he was fouled outside the box, and it is just a free kick.
Well, I think the alternative was to stand there and do nothing while he tried to score, and obviously he's not going to allow that, Peter, is he?
Another chance from a corner. They've played it short. Rodri applies the finish! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Rodri really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Ball's gone out of play.
Gehi.
Rodri. And it's Bernardo Silva.
Colwell. And they'll start all over again with the goalkeeper. Colwell, aim forwards. And back to the keeper they go. Hoisted upfield by the keeper. Colwell.
Pedro Neto unable to make it happen for all his good intentions.
Doku. Doku has got himself a free kick. Moved on forwards. Pedro Neto. Caicedo. João Pedro. He's having a shot! Denied by an instinctive save.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
And it's been taken short.
Haaland. Semenyo. Chalobah gets over and intercepts. James. And here's Palmer. Now it's João Pedro. He's in!
Tries a shot! It's in! And there we have it, the two-goal cushion. Just gorgeous, the most glorious, delicious of touches, followed up with an unerring finish. Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, with this kind of authority, Peter, why not push on and totally kill this off?
Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. Chalobah. James. Doku.
Oh, they can break here.
Semenyo. He's going to be disappointed with that. James. And it's Palmer. And here's Neto. He's free, he has got space. It's a loose ball.
Oh, he's been flattened there.
Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest.
Caicedo.
Now he's got space here. Cucurella. And it's played forward. Cucurella
With an air of confidence about him, a certain swagger.
Well, I thought that run had balance and control, skill and strength, the sort of desire we hope will spread.
And they win it back again.
O'Reilly.
Ruben Dias. Semenyo.
Is onto it in a flash. Matheus Nunes. And here's Semenyo. Matheus Nunes.
Rodri.
Caicedo. Played back to the goalkeeper. Fernandes. Robert Sanchez. And it's O'Reilly. Receives it in a good position here. João Pedro. Cucurella. Colwell. And the keeper's got it again. Colwell forwards and with intent. Haaland played into space. Not pretty, but it gets the job done.
They've played it short.
And it's O'Reilly. O'Reilly played in.
That's really well manoeuvred.
Now it's João Pedro.
Pedro Neto.
Goes for the shot! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
And that's been won straight back.
Now, what about a counter-attack? The pressing's intense, and it's paid off.
Oh, it's great defensive work. It doesn't take too much imagination to guess what would have happened otherwise.
It's admirable, but ultimately he didn't know when to look for support.
And there's his chance to lead the counter. Palmer. And it's Fernandes.
Pedro Neto.
Thinks about the shot.
That'll be a throw.
Palmer. Now the delivery.
Bernardo Silva has been caught there. It's a foul. Donnarumma sends that along. Oh, terrible mistake. And he's away. He's through and all alone. Shot at goal.
O'Reilly.
Ruben Dias. Pedro Neto. Rodri shifted upfield. Fernandez. And it's Cucurella. Takes a shot! Bernardo Silva. And it's gone back to the keeper. Yehi. Aim forwards. Out for a throw. Cross goes in there. Climbs up big! Well, that is clearly not the outcome he wanted.
That's good play. Plenty of targets in the penalty area and plenty of movement too.
Ruben Dias cuts out the pass. Pedro Neto. Matches Nunes is the guilty party there. There could be trouble here, but for now the referee is keeping his cards in his pocket. Chooses to go back. Shapes to shoot! He's done very well to get to that.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Up he goes! Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing.
Caicedo is clearly kicking himself here. He knew that was a great opportunity.
And reclaimed it in a trice. João Pedro, and here's Neto. It's run loose here. Semenyo, Haaland. Moved on forwards, and he has been fouled there. And it's Palmer. James. And that's a foul. Simple decision for the referee. O'Reilly. Coming up to half-time, leading, and things are looking pretty good. Matches Nunes. And they've got a throw. Now it's Nunes. No way through, so back it comes. He's overhit it, and it's out of play. Palmer. Oh, good spread. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other.
They've been denied a chance to develop any rhythm in the passing department.
And it's Palmer. Cucurella. Oh, it's come loose! Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. That's gone all the way through to the keeper. And back to the goalkeeper. Doku. Tries a deft little ball. Played into space out wide. Cherki. Fernandez does really well to win the ball there. Now it's Doku. Haaland. Haaland! And he has kept it out somehow.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Pedro Neto. Now it's Semenyo. Matheus Nunes. And here's Semenyo. Now it's Nunes. Wins the duel this time. Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. Fernandez is being told in no uncertain terms that this will be his final warning.
I don't think you need to be an expert lip reader to know what's being said here.
Proves too strong. Oh, he's going to be pulled back for that one. He knew what was coming. That's a yellow card. And that is a little undercooked. Ruben Dias. Rodri. Doku. He can run onto that. He's in a great position here. Looking to break at pace. Haaland. He's beaten the... There's the shot! And he hits the net. And right on half-time. That is telling. That really is quite fabulous, all his own doing.
Oh, that's wonderful to see. The run was explosive, the finish exquisite.
After 45 minutes is number 9, Erling Haaland.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
Well, there's a real sense that the momentum has shifted here, Peter, and the crowd are reacting to that now.
Oh, he's found support out wide. Can he spark a counter here? Now it's Haaland. Doku. And here's Haaland. Danger averted for now. Could move up a gear here.
And it's James. Haaland. Bernardo Silva. Bernardo Silva, gently done.
And the finish! It's there! They are right back in business. It is a good finish. The odds were against him, little matter.
Semenyo demonstrated great strength there. I mean, he really had to hold his man off and just create enough room for him to be able to get the shot away. And I think it's just top play.
42.
This has become one superb game of football.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
And it's Palmer.
The ball is loose and the chase is on. Real chance!
Gets it away.
And that's it for the first half. A breathless ending. High octane, high tempo, high scoring. That was quite a half of football.
It's kind of a hard one to call, Peter, isn't it? And will be pretty crucial. So it's going to be interesting to see how the teams come out for the next period.
Terrific half. 4 goals split evenly. Beautifully set up for the second period to follow. So we're just settling back into this second half.
Caicedo. Cucurella.
Caicedo.
Cucurella.
Pedro Neto.
Cucurella.
That is lovely.
Cucurella is fouled.
And it's played forward.
Cherki. Ruben Dias. O'Reilly.
Rodri forwards and with intent.
Was that the first time we've seen them try that? It's definitely given the opposition a little more to think about.
That's really well manoeuvred.
Nice physical challenge. Fernandez with the foul.
Well, he knows very well that he is already walking a tightrope. Referee has gone straight to his pocket. Yes, a second yellow, and he's off. Well, the protest continues, but in the end they are defending the indefensible. Well, there may be some scope for debate over the seriousness of the offence, but none over its repercussions. They'll have to see out the rest of the game with 10 men. That'll be a throw-in. Doku looking to get on the end of this. Lovely feet.
And here's Semenyo. Semenyo!
Oh, that was no routine save.
Semenyo actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
James attempts a clearance. Colwell. Cucurella. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Matheus Nunes. Ruben Dias. O'Reilly. Bernardo Silva. And it's O'Reilly. Lovely bit of skill. That looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. Great chance! Good effort first time.
Bernardo Silva really had a decent crack at that. It was a full-blooded effort.
Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. And he's picked out the run. Chance for a shot! It's in!
Dependability is one thing, and he brings that to his game, but that sort of dynamism is another attribute he's blessed with, and it's revealed on a regular basis too. Superb. Oh, he did so well to hold his run and stay on side, Peter. That was really clever.
50 minutes is
And now he has two.
Erling Haaland.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
Colwell. Cucurella. Cucurella going full steam ahead down the left flank. Pedro Neto. Pedro Neto played out to the left flank. And that's a good... And the shot! And he comes up trumps again. Chalobah. Colwell. Chalobah, aim forwards. Doku. Haaland. Bernardo Silva. Doku. The pressing's intense and it's paid off. So much time and space here. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through.
I'm not sure the shot was ever on there, really. There were just too many bodies in the way, Peter.
Caicedo. And it's played forward. Pedro Neto. James. Palmer. Semenyo does really well to win the ball there. O'Reilly. Bernardo Silva. Doku. And it's O'Reilly. Bernardo Silva. And here's Doku. Cherki. Nice control. Oh, that's a foul. Free kick's been given. Well, that looks like a final warning, still no card.
Hoisted upfield by the keeper. Succumbs to the pressure. Now it's Haaland. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
James. That is a great pick out. Brilliantly cut out. And he's there to get it away. He's got away. Haaland. And here's Semenyo. It's run loose here. Semenyo! Oh, denied brilliantly.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Caicedo.
Rodri.
Well, they are still trailing, and they require a change of fortune pretty sharpish. And it's O'Reilly. O'Reilly. Palmer wins the duel this time. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Cherki.
Rodri.
Well, that was a period of possession which carried just about no threat at all. Cherki. Haaland. Haaland! He's got away with one there.
Modern football for you. You get zero time to think on the ball. Take too long, and that happens. It gets pinched.
Final checks on the touchline. A change about to occur.
Pedro Neto to be replaced by number 11.
A noticeable change in the approach to defending here. Much more in your face.
Yeah, they're certainly getting much tighter to him now. At least the message was received.
By no Gittins. And the keeper has it. Now it's João Pedro. And that's nice and simple for the keeper. Palmer forwards and with intent. He's through here.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
And here's Haaland. And he's well positioned here.
Oh, he's got a crucial block in there.
Colwill. Palmer. Palmer shifted upfield. Played into space out wide. James looking to hit the byline here. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
And here's Haaland. Good take, and is he in? Deftly away. Gehi have it back and can go again. Matheus Nunes.
Rodri.
And it's Bernardo Silva. And here's Doku. Bino Gittins. Colwell. Chalobah. James. Palmer. Chalobah. Haaland. And here's Semenyo.
And he's surging through.
Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. That a foul? Yes, the referee's given it. Rodri. João Pedro. Moved on forwards. Gehi gently done. Now it's Haaland. Ruben Dias. Bernardo Silva. Doku. Oh, that's nice. Bernardo Silva at his creative best. He set up 2 goals. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Oh, just skips past his man. Now then, the ball's come loose. Great defending, strong and determined. Bino Gittins! And it's James. Oh, shooting chance! And again the keeper stands strong. And it's played forward.
Really looking to do something that's simple here, Peter, but it has to be effective.
How exactly can they do that?
Well, they're tucking their fullbacks into midfield to enable their more talented personnel to push forward.
Chalobah. Moved on forwards. Gehi. Ruben Dias, forwards and with intent. Semenyo. Oh, he certainly caught him there, it's a free kick.
Well, it was deliberate, it was cynical, and you have to understand the frustration of being denied a clear opportunity, but it had to be done.
Well, the ref's been lenient here. I doubt he'll get too many more chances.
Substitution for Chelsea. Number 10 coming onto the pitch. Number 45.
Bernardo Silva. Back into the middle. Lavia wins the duel this time. João Pedro. Now it's Doku. Chalobah. And they'll start all over again with the goalkeeper. Lavia. Haaland. Had a swing, but it wasn't to be.
Haaland really needed everything to come together then at the precise moment. Not easy.
And it's been taken short. And it's Rodri. Rodri. Muscular approach does pay off here. Haaland! Gonna skim the post.
Haaland, oh, he got lots of power behind that, just couldn't quite get it on target.
Caicedo. Lavia. Cucurella chasing after it. Bino Gittins. Cucurella. Caicedo. Lavia. Cucurella played with finesse. Bernardo Silva. Semenyo. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. Cherki. And it's Nunez. Matches Nunez, charging forward down that flank. And that's a good intervention. That's going to go a long way. Cherki. Oh, that's a fine challenge. And he's heaved it away. Matheus Nunes. And he's picked it up out wide. Oh, nice touch. Bernardo Silva. That's surely a foul, free kick. There could be trouble here, but for now the referee is keeping his cards in his pocket.
Can we please make some noise for our substitutes?
Foden! Oh, it's a stunning goal! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! And that should do it! Within sight of the finish line! Oh, that is a bit special.
Goal for Manchester City.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that fate.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
Phil Foden.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
You can certainly sense a real change of mood here. Now the crowd are demanding that they just finish this off.
Bino Gittins, played out wide. And he's managed to get free. Semenyo. Matthews Nunes.
And that's really well manoeuvred.
Sanchez. Long ball by the goalkeeper. Caicedo shifted upfield. Foden. And here's Haaland.
Now who's going to be first to this? Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge.
Bino Gittins. Cucurella. Colwill. Aim forwards. Rodri. Matthews Nunes. Semenyo. Cucurella. Chalobah. Colwill.
He's away! Decent chance! And it's there! And they are cruising away!
Yeah, they were made to pay for not moving the ball smartly enough through a very strong pressing wave.
Goal for Manchester City. After 79 minutes is number 11.
So now the difference is 3.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down, but they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
Here's a shot! And that is a save of real quality. Not easy by any means.
Well, the defence are in a good position to get behind the ball and let them just try from range.
That's a nicely weighted pass. James. Header! And somehow he's managed to miss it.
Yeah, I think that miss is going to give him nightmares for a while.
Rodri. Gehi shifted upfield. Can he get onto this? Semenyo crossed in.
And the shot! He scores! Results no longer in doubt. It's just about how many. Quite exquisite, brilliantly dispatched.
I'll tell you, Peter, more went into that than you think. He had to anticipate the cross, get in the right position, and then time the volley.
And that means just one thing, match ball.
This is such a dominant performance. The defence are sick of the sight of him, but he doesn't look finished just yet.
Things looking so easy, almost too easy here.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
Well, he's certainly caught him there. It's a free kick. Cleared away.
Caicedo.
Doku. And it's Bernardo Silva.
Proves too strong.
He ran himself into trouble there. Free kick given away. That looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. And he has shown him a yellow card. Well, the players are making their point, but the ref clearly isn't interested. He's waved them all away.
Yeah, well, they were exposed and vulnerable, and he knew he had to do something to prevent a goal then.
Foden! Oh, wonderful! What a goal! About as smooth as it gets. It hurts, does it not? Oh, how reality hurts. That was beautiful, something close to genius.
After 83 minutes, it's number 47, Phil Foden.
It's become a case of men against boys.
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter, and no doubt will be looking to cause even more damage here.
Knocks it out wide. Matheus Nunes.
Rodri forwards and with intent. João Pedro.
Caicedo.
Moved on forwards. Oh, what's he giving here? No, the referee's judged that the offence took place outside the area.
Well, I think the alternative was to stand there and do nothing while he tried to score, and obviously he's not going to allow that, Peter, is he?
He's gone for goal! Only partially clear. Ball is over the line.
And it's James. Lavia.
That's very neat.
Excellent challenge there, uncompromising.
Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery.
The defence, though, able to hold on this time.
He's found a way through. Bernardo Silva.
That defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. And it's Bernardo Silva. That's good play. Caicedo did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Looking here to chip it through. This could be their final throw of the dice.
Substitution for Chelsea. Number 24, Reece James.
Cucurella plays it short. Could have here their final chance. Keeper has taken decisive action. Cucurella. Caicedo succumbs to the pressure. It's run loose here. He is just caressing the ball. Caicedo thinks one through. Hangs in across. Matheus Nunes, Bernardo Silva, Doku, Foden, Ruben Dias, and here's Haaland, and here's Semenyo. He can get that clear. Referee has just said play on. Bernardo Silva, spread out to the left. Bino Gittins. Cucurella.
Indicated there will be a minimum of 5 minutes of added time.
Colwell. Cucurella. Rodri does really well to win the ball there. Could be danger here. Semenyo, Gehi, Rodri, Matheus Nunes, out to the right, and it's Nunes. Now then, the ball's come loose. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Colwell, and back to the keeper they go. Chalobah, out to the left it goes. Gets a good foot in there. Caicedo, probing pass. Rodri getting this one clear. Time for a change in personnel.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very, very leggy.
The ball is loose and the chase is on. Can he deliver? Now it's João Pedro. Takes a shot! Oh, it's wide. Gehi, gently done. O'Reilly.
Aimed in towards the centre.
Gusto gets rid without sophistication.
That's really well manoeuvred.
That is a great pick out.
Bernardo Silva. Chance! Sticks it away! How many? Just how many? The gulf in class is vast.
Well, I think we've reached the point when even damage limitations is no longer an option.
He's got 4. That is remarkable.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down, but they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
O'Reilly gets good distance on it.
Cucurella goes short. And it's Lavia.
And he shoots! Pulled out the best in the keeper.
Now it's well.
And the shot! And the referee brings it to a close.
Well, what a game. Unpredictable to the very end, momentum shifting this way and that. The kind of match, as neutrals, we all love to come and see.
So, Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
Well, the game plan for me just looked a little confused, and the crowd seemed to pick up on this early on, and